G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game. We are here with Season 4 beginning, ladies and gentlemen. It is incredibly exciting to be able to bring you this game live from the actual live version of the game. We're not on the pub, this is it. We are really here. Finally, Season 4 is upon us. And spawning in on the south side of the map, playing as the English in the color yellow, we've got Kalp. And on the north side of the map, in the color orange, playing as his signature Delhi Sultanate civilization, ladies and gentlemen, the Wallalol god himself, it is Salami. Welcome, welcome. We are here on Hideout, hiding out in the quick match. In the quick match ladder, I guess you could say. So ranked starts in, well, from the time that this video gets posted, in about 12 hours. So yeah, about 12 hours from when this video gets posted is when ranked will be beginning. But until then, players are just warming up. So we're waiting to see what kind of strategies we've got in store. But of course, all eyes are going to be on Kalp as he's playing the English. And things are very different with the English. Now with the Delhi Sultanate, nothing really changes with them in the feudal age. Everything looks very similar to what we've seen before. It's in the castle age that things really start changing gears. And that's specifically because of things like changes to the compound of the defender, their age 3 landmark, and also the House of Wisdom, or rather the House of Knowledge, the House of Learning, the House of Big Brains, as some people will call it. But anyway, you guys get the point. So they've got castle age changes, whereas the English, not so much dark age changes, but they do have feudal age changes. But I'm curious where Kalp goes from this, because as always, Kalp is someone who is constantly looking to change the meta or set the meta. He was using Abbey of Kings. I mean, I remember, you know, if you go look at the most watched game on this channel, it's Kalp against the Viper, and I'm pretty sure Kalp actually goes for an Abbey of Kings in that game, despite it being absolute trash tier. So he's been setting the meta for a while, and he begins with a meta arm opening. Now, Salami is 3 gold short of his age up, but fortunately that town center is an absolute Gatling gun. Look at that bad boy go. So the men-at-arms actually just going to be chased away. This is the consequence of hitting an enemy. I think on this map, actually, it's a little bit better than what it used to be. Look at the Vil. The Vil's immediately diving inside the town center. But yeah, the resources used to spawn right within the town center AoE, or rather area of effect, or range, I guess we could probably say. Not the case anymore. They do spawn a little bit further away now. So it's a little bit easier to attack the enemy, but single men-at-arms attacking the mill. Second men-at-arms now coming in on that mining camp as well. So a little bit of early aggression here coming through from Salami, or from Kalp rather. Salami doing a decent job of dealing with it, and we do see the Dome of the Faith coming up now for him on the south side of the map. Kalp adding in another men-at-arms, so that's going to be 3 in total men-at-arms coming in. He's looking to try and siege down this mill. It's going to be very easy just to pull in a villager and start repairing. But keep in mind that at the moment, there's no actual wood that's sitting surplus for Salami, which means that he's going to have to get hard at work to bring that mill under repair. But everything going well so far for Kalp. I'm not sure actually how to pronounce his name, whether it's Corp or Kalp, or yeah, I think I just call him Corp. I guess that's my Australian accent coming in right there. But I'm suspecting, so the age up actually going to be coming through a little bit late. Take a look at this, 337 food at the moment. Nowhere near enough gold to age up. Did he go for any? He didn't go for any Dark Age upgrades. Sometimes we do see a wheelbarrow mixed in here. Now, my suspicion, he's probably going to be going straight through to the Castle Age. I think this is probably the best play, and I've theorized around with this before, but I definitely think for the English, I think are the only civ that can really do this. Maybe the Mongols as well. Drush FC, Dark Age, Rush into Fast Castle. Drush FC, it comes from Age of Empires 2, Drush FC. But it's a really, really strong opening, and the reason why is just simply because you can put out early pressure, delay your enemy, and then at the same time get up to the Castle Age. The reason why the English can do it is because their town center is just that much better than everything else. So if we were to go through all the bonuses, and it is going to be the Abbey of Kings coming through now for Kalp, if we were to go through all the bonuses that the English get for defense, we would be here all day. Well, not really. We'd probably be here for about 40 seconds. All right, let's go through it. Okay, quickly. Town center, which fires extra arrows. Villager, which fires a bow, and no other vills have got that. They have access to the council hall, which they're not going to be using today, but obviously that is a really good landmark, and that enables them to train out double speed longbows. There's the network of castles bonus that they've got for increased attack speed. There's just so many good things going about it, but of course that's only a small amount. And I mean, in the event we do get an archery range down, You can always use palings from your longbowmen, which have got extra range and extra attack to defend against any cavalry. It's just, the list just keeps going on. So it just makes a lot of sense to try and go quickly to Castle Age, because good luck to your enemy for ever stopping you on the way there. But we do now see that Salami has aged up and he's going to be dropping down that archery range. Slowly and steadily, this mill is going down once again. Moreville's going to be coming out. We also see the scholar just pulled, just in case the villagers do get challenged. You're doing a really decent job, and have a look how much wood is getting sunk into this. It's something that people often forget. So you're sinking in a lot of wood, but beautiful response there with Salami immediately putting the vills inside of the town center. On the other side of the map, the Abbey of Kings is up, and we do see the first of the king coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, incredibly exciting to be witnessing this. The very first king on the live server is coming out. We also see a mill being dropped down here with a farm transition coming through, and Cap still sticking with 5 villas on gold, which to me indicates or signals that he is going to indeed be going for that Castle Age timing. Now, he's going to be doing a little bit of a farm transition in here as well. And I think the big question for me, does he look to go into King's Palace or does he look to go into White Tower? Now, I don't know if everybody's watched my video on theory crafting, but I do genuinely think White Tower is going to be busted in this patch. And that's B. I apologize for the extra little pop that I gave you right there, but I do genuinely think White Tower is going to be really, really good in this patch, just mainly because of the extra production it gets. And now we see that king coming out. He needs to get back to the Abbey of Kings so that he can heal up this early men-at-arms. Comes through, big charge onto the scout. And now that archer going to get cleaned up as well. This is the power of the king coming out here. Just remember, it provides that little bit of healing in the AoE. Men-at-arms does make it back. Well, at least he's going to be turning around now. Probably a mistake. I reckon this guy's going to get knocked out pretty damn quickly. But at this point in time, Salami yet to really make any moves. If we take a look from his perspective, I mean, he's got the scholars that are beginning to move out. Keep in mind, there are only 2 sacred sites on this map. One in the east of the map, one in the west of the map. The 3 scholars all going to be moving out there together. Sanctity should be coming through any second, in fact. There we go. Sanctity in 2 seconds. Look at that. Look how quick we are on that one. Very nice timing. And we do have professional scouts also going to be coming up the rear with the gear. Blacksmith in the back of the base. I don't really like that blacksmith's positioning. I kind of like my blacksmith out here so I can put farms back. But I guess Salami going professional scouts, probably not going to be needing farms anytime soon. Really nice walls can be done on this map as well. So this is something to look at. But we do see more men-at-arms being made by Calp at the moment. We're right on board with him as we watch and see exactly what he gets up to. 7 farms now being added in. Just chilling out for the moment. Keep in mind, he's got that heal coming through. Did he end up sending that men-at-arms back? I think he did end up sending that men-at-arms back. I'm not 100% sure. Or maybe this is the men-at-arms here, but now just going to be coming in underneath the town center. He says, you know what? Let's go for it. Abbey, the king, together with the men-at-arms, just causing so much havoc. 2 villagers going to be going down, and gold completely stalled out. No chance of a castle age, at least not for the moment. Remember, that passive goal that comes through from the sacred site is going to be the main goal here. But look at this. We got walls on walls on walls right now. Calp trying to wall in with some villagers. Not going to find much luck, though. We'll need to go over towards the west side and have a look at this. Just such a beautiful position to wall in. One sneaky wall here, another wall across this side, and good luck to your enemy. But look at this. Calp getting walled in, a little bit stuck on the backside. Just going to have to chill out for the moment. Could potentially look to siege down a building or 2. And Salami, and this is what I think is so difficult about playing against the English, because you can see how heavily Salami now has to invest in a defense here. And that's going to really keep him on the back foot, right? Whereas behind this, Calp is very capable of just going Castle Age. And we can see him now beginning to move back. And look at this, the villagers underneath the Abbey of Kings getting healed up. Now, they're not going to be healed up once they take damage. Men-at-arms going to be coming out. It looks like no response going to be coming through from Calp. A little bit too late. Oh, villager does go down. He manages to get 1. So it's a 2-for-1 trade overall so far at the 9-minute mark. And this early aggression from Calp continues to be annoying. Now the lumber camp does get set up, so not doing a whole bunch of damage, but ideally, when you're playing this kind of men-at-arm opening and you've got the ability to be aggressive, it's always my suggestion, just dive that town center. Don't go all the way underneath, but don't be afraid to come across here. Don't be afraid to go looking for more villagers. Your main goal is to idle enemy villagers. That's the real main primary goal here. And the king obviously going to help that out plenty, because if any of these men-at-arms get low, just move them over to the edge, bring them back. They'll heal up ever so slowly. But now over on the other side of the map, Calp, he's sitting on 600 gold. That's a lot of gold. This is the part of where I'm like, you know what? Maybe we should get horticulture. He's already got the wheelbarrow in. So, you know, we've already begun establishing our economy and now making moves over towards this side. Now look at this. He's just doing a bit of a ring around the rosy, trying to find a way through, but the numbers starting to look pretty good here for Salami. He's going to see if he can capitalize, looking to try and focus down the king. Look how much damage is being done there by the archers. Men-at-Arms doing a pretty decent job. Going to be focusing down those archers. He knows what the main target should be. And just look at this beautiful micro coming in and now. Look at that. Oh my god, it's beautiful stuff coming out from Cap, and he loops in away. He kind of orbits it. Orbits the spearman like he would, like a satellite would orbit right now. But it looks like he is going to get chased down. He's got the scholars in the rear. Keep in mind, these guys are going to be able to heal. Now, this is what actually makes this a very difficult composition to deal with for the English, is because men-at-arms, while they're very tanky, they don't do a whole lot of damage. And that means that the scholars are able to actually heal up the majority of the front line here. And hopefully, Salami brings them to the fore and enables them to actually start healing up. But you can see, look at this beautiful micro coming through from Kalp, making sure that he brings forward those lower health men-at-arms and then sends forward or sends back the higher health ones so that he can try and get them together. But it looks like one is going to be going down. Successfully repelled for the moment, and Kalp is going to be aging up. It's going to be the King's Palace, so no White Tower here today. Managing to get a pretty decent age up time here. 11 minutes, not too bad considering the presence he's put out on the field, considering the economic upgrades he's got. He's picked up that wheelbarrow. That's about it so far, but look at this, 20 villagers on that King's Palace. He is in a rush to get this up. And now we see, look at the barracks. A huge amount of barracks. 4 barracks going to be coming in. He's going to be looking for things like armor cladding. Going to be looking for +1 ranged armor. Really important upgrades here. But honestly, probably doesn't even need the ranged armor. If you just get armor cladding, I think you're going to be fine. Or maybe you just don't go the armor cladding. I think it's a bit expensive. What are we talking about there? 100, 250. A bit expensive, yeah. Probably just better off getting +1 ranged armor and then also getting your men-at-arm upgrade, which is exactly what he looks to get. So we do see the men-at-arms upgrade now going to be coming through. And he's going to be looking to spam out men-at-arms here, as you would when you're getting your men-at-arm upgrade. But the question for me is whether Salami is going to be able to match this. And we can see behind this, there's a pretty decent economy he's got going. The single sacred site has empowered him and empowered his economy. He's held it for about 5 minutes now. Pretty close to maybe 4 minutes he's held it for, which has actually given him enough gold to age up. And he's going to be the compound of the defender that goes up. For Salami, we see a Moss coming out, so providing that Wi-Fi out here just to make sure that the mesh network is getting connected. In fact, it's not really a mesh network, is it? Because you kind of got this little bit in the middle here. This is like a separate data point that's been plugged in at the mill, and now that mosque is really where that Wi-Fi is coming in, and sacred site over toward the west. Beautiful timing here from Salami. Villagers on the gold going to be having to idle up. Men-at-arms are making their way back. Where is the army right here for Kalp? I've actually got no idea. Is it in the town center? Oh, he's going for a counterattack. He's just ignoring the attack back at home. So Salami does manage to get that age up through. Not a whole lot of men-at-arms coming out when it comes to production. We do see he's got 2 being produced at the moment. I think that the difficult thing is that, like, oh gosh, this is such a hard spot right now for Kalp because he's scaling, but at the same time, there's a real chance that he dies within the next 10 minutes. That's pretty much the goal that Salami's going to be looking for, and it's going to be through keeps that he wants to do it. So dropping keeps down, and this is such a great map to do it because you've already got your back to the wall, and so it means that a keep over here and another keep on this side is just going to put you in such a difficult spot. We can hear Salami continuing to just wreak havoc through, but how does Corp look to finish, or how does he doesn't have siege engineering. So how does he look to finish this game? Because it definitely feels very all in what he's going to do right now, because he's just continuing to lose more and more buildings. He's losing his production as well. Over on that north side, we do see village fortresses coming through. He's got a whole bunch of techs queued up there, including boiling oil core architects and slow burning defenses coming in last. Honestly, slow burning defenses feels pretty good here when you've got this many men-at-arms running in underneath the town center. And look at this, the crossbow mass is already out. This is what's going to be so difficult for Kalp to deal with right now, because all these men-at-arms have gone into the base looking for almost a bit of a coin flip, and unfortunately it's turned up tails. And Salami's read that and just gone straight into crossbows. Defensive Wallalol going to be coming in, almost challenging him. Beautiful use of the Wallalol right there. Salami doing a really nice job on the defensive. Classic Salami style. We do see a monastery going to be coming out. Another Wallalol. It's just a Trollolol. Nothing too serious, but we can see some crossbows getting eaten alive out here. Men-at-arms. Unfortunately, going to get repelled. And Kalp, have a look at that military difference. Keep in mind there's 2 sacred sites ticking, which means that we've got 8 minutes until a sacred victory occurs. We've also got the prospect of potential keeps being dropped down. And that's what makes, that's when it starts to get really scary. Because you look at the English base, you look how cramped right now Calp looks, right? Like, if I'm pulling this bad boy off. Let's get a nice little picture of this, because this one's going on the thumb now. The Abbey Kings is here. The new English has arrived. But this is what I think is so concerning, is there's no space in his base. That is not intentional for me to rhyme it like that. It might be a crime, but I'm just timing like that. But villagers moving forward. This is where we start to get concerning. I suspect he might be heading down to this stone, looking for a bit of a proxy, potentially. No, he's just moving out for berries. Never mind. Never mind me. Up towards the north. Continuing to move villagers, but Salami's done a great job to manage to hold this. I love the way that he was able to use that force that he initially had just to defend against the men-at-arms, and then was able to apply pressure with it. And now we see those men-at-arms moving out together with some spears, obviously aware that there are knights out on the battlefield now, or lancers rather, as the Delhi call them. More and more infantry coming out. We don't see any armor cladding just yet. Look at the villagers getting their shivs out. Remember that, oh, he's got the Wololo in the back as well. This is so hard. This is so hard to deal with. He's using the Wololo aggressively, but defensively at the same time, basically saying you shall not come through. Like, if you dare engage, you will have to run away. And it's going to be so hard if he does look for an engagement to run away from a position like that. But it's going to be careful. The Scholars left alone on the front line, going to be running for their damn lives. Wololo going to be coming out. Wololo going to be coming out. He's moving around. He's trying for it. He's not going to be able to get it off, though. Does immediately lose his life. He was looking to try and get the heals on that Scholar, but it wasn't enough. And now the next Wololo comes in and goes down as well. Has he got any more in the back? There's the next one. Third one. He tries for it. Not going to be successful. And those men-at-arms do push away this forward position. You can see that there was plenty of stone in the bank. These villagers were looking for that forward keep, and Count buys himself a little bit more time. Remember, he is scaling at the moment. He's playing the English, one of the best late-game civs there is. He's got that second town center up compared to Salami, who's sitting on that one town center. He is on a timer. He needs to strike. He needs to strike quickly. The question's going to be whether he does, in fact, look to strike. I guess the other thing to note is that as the Delhi, things are a-changing. With village fortresses now researched, it means that his keeps, which he inevitably drops down, will be able to act as town centers. So perhaps the concept or the idea that the Delhi are on a timer is just a thing of the past. Maybe that's something that we don't really need to worry about so much anymore. Obviously, you're still going up against the English, one of the best late-game civilizations, and ideally, you'd like to avoid taking them on in Imperial Age, but hey, there's nothing wrong with being able to do that now, is there? You just never used to be able to do it before. I remember watching so many high-level Delhi games where they would be stacking up like 10,000 resources and they just not go Imperial because it's like, it's useless. What's the point? I go Imperial. I'm just gonna have veteran units anyway for like 10 minutes, so I might as well not bother. But obviously, if you keep making scholars through the game, be able to utilize those madrasas and really reduce those research times down. The infantry composition now going to be moving out. Salami going to be looking to meet it. And let's see. Let's watch as these elephants make their way forward. Salami looks to take on these spears. There's only a handful of them here. The archer's going to be able to focus them down. And at the same time, the longbowmen looking to just pick off these scholars on the backside. Look how much health they've got. Just that little bit of extra health enables them to stay alive. The elephants on the front, there's nothing here dealing with the men-at-arms. Going to be able to tank it up. But at the end of the day, they're just overwhelmed completely by elephants, and Salami pushes away the English infantry back towards their base. And this is the part where we've got ourselves a little bit of a scramble starting to occur, because now Calp's got nothing. He's quite literally got nothing at this point in the game. He's heading back to the drawing board. Where does he go from here? I mean, he can look for the classic combination of spear, longbow. That's something that could potentially deal with the war elephants. But remember, there's so many archers here out already for his opponent. So he's just going to really try his best to get up to a reasonable military population. I don't actually know. What's the best way to deal with these war elephants? Let's take a look. Because technically they're cavalry, so they do get countered by spears. They're also heavy, which means they get countered by crossbows. So it gives you a couple of options. So maybe he could look at going for a spear crossbow combination with a mangonel. That's always something I love to do. And I think that will become the most prominent English combo, because it's just a very safe combo. Spears moving a bit too far forward. Yet to receive that veterancy on the longbowman just yet. It's coming through another 38 seconds, but Salami going to be looking to push the issue right here. No sign of a forward keep just yet. Where are those villagers? Those villagers nowhere to be seen right now. And underneath the English town center, Calp looks to try and defend. He looks to try and hold on as the elephants begin sieging down the farms. Not the anything but the farms. He looks to try and take them out. And look at this. No space in his base whatsoever. He's really scrambling right now to try and get any base space that he can. Longbowman holding on. Veterancy. It should be coming through. If it hasn't, I think that veterancy did just come through right then. But now the town center is going to be firing it down. Needs to get those Gatling guns online. Lantis in the rear coming through as well. All the spearmen going down. He's going to have to keep on microing it out. You can see him focusing down those crossbows. Heading underneath the safety of these English town centers. Unfortunately, these elephants just going to be able to keep tanking it up. Focusing down the crossbows. But unfortunately, there's nothing here to deal with the elephants. They just run rampage like a... It's just so difficult to deal with. Where does he go from here? More spears going to be coming out. They've got their veterancy upgrade, but you can see how quickly they get annihilated together with the combination of archers and elephants, and that's going to be it. That's going to be GG. The Abbey of Kings goes down in the very first game that we see on this channel, but will it rise in the next? That is going to be the question, fellas. Thank you so much for watching. Check out these two creators. I'll leave links in the description to where you can watch them live over on Twitch, and of course, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.